All right. Now, one statistic I want to share with you guys and why emGuarde, this technology brought in by emGuarde, is such a beautiful product for the market. Now, this was a survey done in 2019. It's called the EMF Health Effects Survey. Now, EMF stands for electromagnetic frequencies. So these are frequencies, or we call it radiation, that is coming out from our devices. Okay. Now, this came out 5 years ago, and it was so interesting. When I saw it for the first time, I was like, wow. It says that health problems, okay, let me read out the whole title. The thing is blocking. It says that health problems related to EMF exposure. And remember, EMF stands for electromagnetic frequencies, all right? Basically, electromagnetic radiation. Health problems related to it. 88% of sleeping problem can be caused by radiation. Who here in the chat box, you have realized that you don't sleep as well as before? Maybe when you go on a holiday, you go on a nice holiday, you go somewhere like Bali, or you come to Malaysia, you go to the jungle, away from the city, you're always sleeping a lot better, right, when you're on a holiday. But how come when you come back home, or when you're in a city, or when you're back in your own room where there's phones everywhere, there's laptops everywhere, you don't sleep so well? Because 88% of sleeping problem is contributed by phones, by EMF exposure. Even 89% of fatigue is caused by these kind of radiations, okay? And the third one, which is something that is really important for children, is the concentration, memory, or learning problems. 94% of the concentration, memory, or learning problem, okay, is contributed by EMF exposure. Can I just ask all 93 of you guys here? You guys, well, it's a big crowd tonight. It's nighttime here in Malaysia. It's 8:30 p.m. I don't know. Some of you are in Europe. It's still bright and sunny during the day, but it's 8:45, 8:50 here p.m. So who here, you have kids at home and they are just glued to devices? Type 2 in the chat box. You have an iPad for them, or maybe they are on the computer, or maybe, phones or whatever, right? Devices, games, Nintendo, PlayStation, and all this kind of stuff. Take a look at this. 94% of concentration problem can be related to these devices. So we need to be really, really aware. And then we look at EMF devices around us. What is the one that affects our health the most? Our Wi-Fi is 86%. Our mobile phones is 78%. Smart meters, 77%. Cell or radio towers, people who live near to all these cell or radio towers, that's about 81%, very, very high. Power lines, electrical transformers or indoor wiring, 59%. That's why people always say, don't live near to a power line or electric station, because it emits radiation. And the crazy thing about radiation, guys, is you can't see it. It's invisible. You can't smell it, but it affects you. All right. So what else do we have next? We have something called dirty electricity. So what is dirty electricity? Dirty electricity is the leakage of electricity. Example, you have an old fridge, really, really old fridge. And sometimes you'll notice, how come my fridge is consuming so much electricity compared to a new one? Because the wiring is old, therefore it's not as efficient anymore, and therefore the power is leaking out in the form of radiation, and it also affects our health. All right, computer, lights, cordless phone, microwave, cars, radar, so many stuff, or all kinds of different devices that is around our home. And that's why emGuarde just last year decided to launch this in Malaysia and Singapore as a starting market. That's why we are the first few countries to know about this. I know there are a lot of friends from Europe, maybe from the US, maybe from all parts of the world, maybe India, maybe Middle East. You guys don't have the emGuarde yet, because emGuarde is launching the markets step by step to make sure that we have enough stock for the whole world and to make sure that the launch is very smooth. So introducing emGuarde Japan's latest patented technology, the emGuarde. And the EM stands for electromagnetic guard. So this device is patentedly designed to protect us from the harmfulness of electromagnetic radiation.